Is everyone here? Called Barney from above. Echo shook his head. I don't know where Digsby is. I did tell him to come. Perhaps he's busy. Barney knew that something must be wrong, but decided not to say anything just yet, as he watched Spike and Dizzy giggling and whispering to each other. Who wants to be the first to make new friends? Asked Barney. All three leapt into the air, shouting, Me! I want to be first! Barney held up his wing. One at a time, he said calmly. Echo, you can be first. Echo felt a little unsure of what was going to happen as he followed Barney through the long hallway and into Tom Stoat's special room. Once inside, Echo saw a huge computer with a screen so big it filled one complete wall of the room. Take a seat, said Barney, and don't look so nervous. There's nothing to worry about. No sooner had Echo sat down than the screen lit up with a new message. Hi, Echo. My name is Charlie Squirrel. Do you want to be my new friend? Echo let out a yell of delight. A new friend! His fingers reached for the keyboard and he typed a reply to Charlie's question. Hi, Charlie. Yes, please. I would love to be your friend and chat with you. Charlie's reply came straight back. I live in Summertown Village. Where do you live? Echo told Charlie that he lived in Treetop Forest, high up in a big elm tree. He then described exactly how to get there. Are you at home? Asked Charlie. Echo typed back, No, I'm at Tom Stoat's house with my friend Barney. My mum and dad have gone out to visit my grandma. Then the writing on the screen disappeared. A few seconds later up popped a picture of Echo's house. That's my house, shouted Echo out loud before quietly whispering, Why is the computer showing me my house? Then Echo saw something else. A squirrel climbed the tree and jumped into the house through the window of Echo's bedroom. After a few moments, the squirrel climbed back out, and guess what he was carrying under his arm? That's my tablet, said Echo cheerfully. That squirrel has stolen my new tablet. Who is he? The squirrel on the screen gave a big wave and a yellow-toothed smile. My name is Charlie, he sneered. Thanks for telling me everything I needed to know so I could steal your tablet. You really are a good friend, Echo. Echo was really upset when he thought how easily he had given Charlie all of the information that he needed to break into his house. I only wanted to make friends, he said to Barney, still looking in disbelief at the screen. Don't worry, reassured Barney. When you get back home, your tablet will still be there, but you really must think in future about what you tell people online, especially people who you do not really know. It was Spike's turn in the special room next. She sat down in front of the computer and saw huge words appearing one at a time. Hello again, Spike. It's Tipsy here, your new friend. Spike was really pleased to hear from Tipsy. Hi, she replied, and the two friends chatted for a while about all the things that they both enjoyed, like music and movies. Are you still going to meet me at the castle by the lake this afternoon at 3? Asked Spike. Of course, came the reply. But don't tell anyone else, especially your parents. Let's keep this our little secret, shall we? Spike thought about the advice Barney had given, but it seemed like fun to have a secret meeting. Looking behind her, she noticed that Barney had left the room. Okay, she replied. It will be our secret. No sooner had Spike agreed and sent the message than the screen changed. The words faded away and the castle appeared. It looked huge as it filled the whole wall. Spike wasn't sure what was happening, and then she saw herself on the screen sitting alone in a dark, cold room inside the castle walls. That's me, she said to herself. I must be waiting for Tipsy. But Tipsy did not show up. Spike watched as the image went into fast-forward mode. In a few moments the sun slipped behind a big grey cloud, and the castle was lost to a long dark shadow. Spike felt very frightened as Barney came back into the room. Where's Tipsy? She asked. Why didn't she come to meet me? Barney's face was very serious. What do you think could have happened to her? He asked. And what could have happened to you if you had gone to the castle by yourself? Spike suddenly realised how dangerous it was to agree to meet with someone she didn't know. And what if Tipsy isn't who she says she is, continued Barney. Just because someone tells you something online doesn't mean it is true. Some adults pretend to be children online. What if Tipsy was really an adult who wanted to harm you? That's why it's so important to follow the simple safety rules when you use the internet. You can still have loads of fun and be safe. Spike was very sad and disappointed that she had been so silly, but Barney knew she had learned some valuable lessons. Dizzy was really curious now. He had seen his friends come out of the special room and they had both told him that it had been quite an experience. Barney had asked Spike and Echo not to spoil the surprise for Dizzy, and both had kept their promise. Dizzy couldn't wait for his turn. Barney closed the door and asked Dizzy to sit down at the table. Once again the wall was filled with a huge picture, this time showing a mobile phone with the text message. "Ha ha, Digsby smells of soil. Digsby wears big glasses. Digsby hasn't got a smartphone." Digsby looked shocked and turned to Barney, who had a very stern look on his face. "Do you recognise those words?" Barney asked. Dizzy nodded. "It's what Spike and I have been texting to Digsby. It was only meant to be a bit of fun, though. We didn't mean any harm." Again the words disappeared, and a picture came onto the screen. This time it showed the forest full of police officers searching for something. They were pulling back bushes and looking in all the holes. Dizzy wondered what they were looking for. Digsby's mum and dad came into view. Digsby's dad had his arm around his wife, who was crying. Dizzy looked across at Barney. "They are looking for Digsby, aren't they?" Dizzy began to cry. "Please tell me Digsby's all right. We were only teasing him." The screen went completely blank and then disappeared into the wall. Dizzy's question was not going to be answered. "You might have thought that sending spiteful texts was fun," said Barney, "but how did they make Digsby feel? You know how upset he has been lately. What you thought of as harmless teasing has got another name. It's cyberbullying." Dizzy felt so ashamed. He and Spike were cyberbullies. They hadn't really thought about the consequences of sending the text messages to poor Digsby. Poor Digsby didn't know who they were from, and they had made him very scared and upset. Dizzy jumped up from the chair. "I have to tell Spike how silly we have been," he said. "We have to find Digsby and tell him how sorry we are for being so stupid. I hope that he will still be our friend." Barney opened the door and let Dizzy out of the special room. "Friendship is very important," said Barney. "It doesn't matter how many friends you have. It is how you treat them and how they treat you that is important." It was a new day in Treetop Forest as Barney glided over the sparkling river far below. From up here he could see Echo at home in the big elm tree and the rest of the gang down by the river. Echo was sitting on a branch, taking in the morning sun and getting ready to go out and play after spending an hour on his tablet. His mum and dad had agreed to let him use the tablet for a couple of hours a day, provided that he remembered how to stay safe, especially when online. Spike was waiting to meet her new friend Tipsy. After being in the special room, Spike had asked her mum and dad to go with her to meet Tipsy at the castle, and when Tipsy arrived she was with her mum and dad too. The girls were really pleased to meet each other and enjoyed chatting while the adults went for a walk around the castle. The two hedgehogs were to become great friends. As he dipped his wing and soared off over the treetop forest, Barney was happy to know that all his friends were safe. Over by the old mill, Spike, Tipsy and Dizzy were splashing in the shallow pools with Digsby. Spike had introduced Tipsy to her new friends and they all played well together. Barney was happy to see Digsby smiling again. All the bullying texts had stopped and he had forgiven his two friends. It was time to buy a computer for a certain young mole who had a bit of a sad time lately, and Barney felt sure that this mole would definitely follow the rules for staying safe online.